Hello everyone, my name is Beans Brown. Today we're going to be talking about possibly one of the most disappointing features in any video game I've ever played. I was actually one of the people looking really forward to the race car HUD in Doom Eternal, and upon it being here, it seems lacking. And I know why it's lacking. There's a lot of missing things from it, and I'm going to go over it all in this video. And I'm also going to go over how they could possibly fix this, and some updates they could make to this HUD to make it just that bit better. Because honestly, I do really like the concept of this HUD. It's just a very underdeveloped idea that hasn't been executed very well. First, we're going to go over the flaws with this, and then we're going to get to how they could fix it, and some of the parts I do like about it, because I do like it. It's just, there's parts that make it feel very lacking, because there's certain parts of the HUD that you should be able to see with this. But before we get into this video, remember to subscribe. It's always a great way to support the channel, and it helps me out tremendously when keeping motivated to make videos, and honestly, it would make me really happy. So if you did that, then I'd really appreciate it. Now, on with the rest of the video. Okay, there's a couple core main issues with this HUD. And now I do understand you can use this HUD in tandem with the health bar and the normal HUD, but it's completely defeating the purpose that it was meant for. This HUD was meant to be kind of a replacement for the original HUD, in that it would be easier for you to see all your equipment charges and stuff like that without having to look down to the corner of your screen. But the purpose of this is completely defeated because the HUD is just terrible. Now, I do like the icons. I like them. But at the same time, my screen feels way too cramped because I have to use them in tandem with the normal HUD, which is what I didn't want to do. And now, there is plenty of ways they can fix this that I'm going to go over later, but just how cramped it feels, it just makes it horrible. There's a couple more issues, like it not showing your grenade count. It doesn't show what type of grenades you have, which is really an issue for this HUD that's meant to show you and give you your information better. It doesn't show this core information that you need. The grenades are a core part of your arsenal that you need to pay attention to. Otherwise, you're probably gonna die, especially if you're not using them. So for them to be excluded on this HUD is just very odd to me. There's also another issue. This HUD was meant, like I said, this HUD was meant to stop you from looking down at the corner of your screen to see your equipment charges, health bar, and all that kind of stuff. But it completely fails at this because it doesn't include the health bar or the armor thing. It's just so redundant, and I don't understand the purpose of it. And now, I do keep it on for some times so that I can see my equipment charges, but at the same time, I still have to look down at the corner of the screen to see everything else, so it's kind of just there. Another one of the core issues, I think, is that it was genuinely overhyped. There was too much hype behind this HUD, and I think that because of that, it's disappointing. I didn't have very high hopes in the first place, but I was expecting something a little better because it's id Software. Usually they make something really good and I can get behind it, but this is just not right. I feel that it shouldn't have been included with the Ancient Gods Part 2, and that it should have been worked on a bit longer and kept for a later update, maybe with one of the mastery levels coming out. But instead, they've just rushed it out the door and it just feels unfinished. And I don't know what else to say about it, apart from, I just don't like it. Okay, now we're gonna get on to how it can be fixed. Okay, now that I'm done complaining, I'm gonna talk about how it could be fixed. And there's a couple of ways that this could be fixed, and some that I'd really like to be seen. Now, I don't really have an idea of how they'd fix the grenades. I don't know where they'd place the icon for that. But I do know where they can place the health and armor icons, which is here and here. See, that looks just fine. If it had the health and armor icons just there, and it showed you them in the middle instead of having to still look down to the corner, I think that it would have been a massive improvement, and that they should have done this and worked on it for a bit longer. The grenade icon, I have no idea where it would be put, but I have kind of a feeling that it would just have the icon with the 2 dots next to it, but when you switch it to Ice Bomb, it would change the icon to an Ice Bomb icon and have the 1 dot, just like how it is on the normal HUD. And if you have any of your own ideas for what this could look like, remember just to tell me down below. I'd love to hear what you all have to say. I love talking to you guys in the comments, so it would really make me happy if you was giving some of your own ideas for this. And if there's anyone from id Software watching, I really do hope that you take some of our ideas and you implement them into the game, because I do think that it would improve this HUD quite a lot, and maybe I'd start using it more. But yeah, that's pretty much my solution. I don't have much else to talk about, really. That's just the biggest solution I could think of. So if you did enjoy the video, then give it a like, and if you really enjoyed, then consider subscribing. I make Doom content as much as I can, and I really enjoy doing it, so your support would be very good. I also have a Discord that's open to anyone. You can come join. There's other Doom fans to talk to, and just people who like video games. I also have a fan art section, so if you do want to make fan art, then there is that section there in my Discord, and I'd love to see your drawings. But with that said, thank you for watching, and have a nice day.